Chelsea admits it will be difficult to sell Sterling this summer. Despite Olis's potential arrival, the Blues have a lot of players on the wings, so it's likely someone will need to be moved. Ideally, the club would like to get rid of Sterling, who has 3 years left on his contract, largely because of his huge wages, but reports suggest it would be difficult to sell the winger. With Raheem Sterling earning over £300,000 a week, there is an acceptance that it will be very difficult to find a club willing to sign him. Sterling is preparing for preseason under new head coach Enzo Maresca. If Sterling is not sold this summer, unless there is a major improvement in his performance next season, it will most likely be his last season at the club, as he will have 2 years remaining on his contract at the end of next season with Chelsea. It would be absolutely impossible to offer him a new deal. Chelsea may want to bring back Marcin Bulka. Chelsea would be very tempted to listen to offers for Sanchez, and they could then replace him with a former goalkeeper. Phillips wrote, Enzo Maresca wants to be fair to the current goalkeepers and look at them in preseason. Maresca and Chelsea are ready to give Robert Sanchez the opportunity to continue at the club. However, that doesn't mean he will definitely survive. The goalkeeper situation is one where Chelsea can still follow up in the transfer market later, and Sanchez can still be sold if an offer comes in. Chelsea are still targeting a new goalkeeper, and SPTC sources have confirmed other reports that former goalkeeper Marcin Bulka is also being targeted. Many at Chelsea agree that Bulka would be the first choice if they wanted to sign a new goalkeeper this summer. This one sounds interesting, and I'm sure Chelsea fans will agree. Bulka is a very top goalkeeper, and he is clearly better than Sanchez. Chelsea immediately stepped up talks to sign Michael Olise. According to the Team Talk report, Michael Olise is a target for Chelsea. The Crystal Palace playmaker is also a target for Manchester United. However, the Blues are stepping up their efforts to sign the 22-year-old, whose release clause is worth £58 and will hold further talks to secure his services in the summer transfer window. Chelsea's interest in Michael Olise stems from a lack of quality in the offensive line. Mykhailo Mudryk, Noni Madueke and Raheem Sterling lacked consistency in the final third of the field. The London-born forward has therefore emerged as a viable target for Chelsea, and the Blues are ready to intensify their talks to secure his services. As for Manchester United, the Red Devils view him as a long-term right-back solution, and his position has proven problematic in the long term. However, the latest reports suggest that they are behind Chelsea in the race. Meanwhile, Olise has a release clause worth £58 million in his contract with Crystal Palace. Valuation of escape clauses varies from report to report. However, £58 million is a fair price for a player of Michael Olise's quality. It will be interesting to see whether Chelsea can beat Manchester United in getting the young playmaker's signature. Newcastle United are discussing a possible move for Chelsea winger Noni Madueke for the summer transfer window. Newcastle are looking to add to their current squad after failing to progress in the 2023-2024 season, with a right-handed striker likely to be one of their priorities. Miguel Almiron has regularly played in this position under Eddie Howe, but the Magpies may want to make improvements to raise another charge for a place in the Champions League. According to The Athletic, Madueke is a player Newcastle are discussing, with the Magpies looking to strengthen their right-hand side. West Ham United's Jared Bowen, Leeds United's Crescencio Somerville, and Crystal Palace star Michael Olise have also been discussed internally at St James Park. The same report looks at Madueke's future from Chelsea's perspective, with his future now in doubt due to their pursuit of Olise. The French forward is likely to come in and become a regular in the attack, meaning Madueke's playing time may be limited. Journalist Dean Jones previously told Give Me Sport that Almiron was unlikely to be at Newcastle ahead of the 2024-2025 season. Howe will be short of options on the right side of attack if Almiron has to go through the exit door, so that could be a priority position for the northeast side. Madueke would certainly be an attractive option for Newcastle, but Chelsea are unlikely to sell him on the cheap, as he only arrives in 2023 for a fee of £30 million. Conor Gallagher wants to stay with Chelsea. High TC can reveal that Gallagher and his representatives have made it clear to Chelsea in recent weeks that he has no intention of leaving the club unless he decides it is the right thing for his career, and he has no current intention of leaving. Gallagher's contract expires in 2025, and Chelsea have made it clear to their entire squad, under Clearlake's new regime, that they do not want any player out of contract and leaving on a free. However, HITC can confirm that Chelsea have still not entered into contract talks with Gallagher, which has clearly frustrated the player and his representatives. Gallagher has long been linked with a move away from the club, and Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa are both admirers. Tottenham tried to sign Gallagher last summer, and their interest remains, while Villa have spoken to Chelsea this summer about the prospect of a deal. But with Gallagher showing no signs of wanting to leave Stamford Bridge, the chances of a deal happening this month, raising concerns over profit and sustainability, or at any time this summer, are looking increasingly unlikely. RB Leipzig striker Lois Openda has been identified as the player with the ideal profile for Enzo Maresca's needs. Chelsea want to bring in a top striker who can help push them back into the top 4 of the English Premier League. Sources have confirmed that the club is tracking Openda, and he fits a lot of needs for Chelsea. He could move on this summer, and the 24-year-old wants to play at the highest level possible. He is contracted until 2028, and there is no pressure on Leipzig to sell him, but their model is to develop and move players for profit. His ability to play up front and fill spaces is a huge bonus and a key part of what Chelsea are looking for under new manager Maresca. He wants a striker who fits into his system and is part of the attacking group, rather than relying on a number 9. Maresca's hopes of reaching a deal with Openda may or may not be influenced by the fact that his release clause is actually inactive this summer. Team Talk understands a £70M bid would trigger a summer 2025 move from RB Leipzig. However, a sizable sum this summer could still convince the Bundesliga side to cash in, especially if the player continues to enjoy a more promising role. And his cameo appearance on Monday suggests that could be the case for the remainder of Euro 2024. Alex Crook reports that Jackson may consider his future following Pochettino's departure. Nicolas Jackson is unhappy with Mauricio Pochettino's departure and is considering a move away from Chelsea. Alex Crook told TalkSport, "I am told that the decision to part ways with Mauricio Pochettino was not received well by all the Chelsea players. Nicolas Jackson in particular, who undeniably flourished under Poch's guidance last season, he is not happy with the managerial changes and may want to move on. There is some interest from Atletico Madrid." Chelsea are reportedly interested in bringing in former Liverpool striker, who currently plays at Bournemouth, Dominic Solanke. This rumor was reported by HITC. The report claims Chelsea have asked Bournemouth about Solanke's status. Chelsea are in a good position in the hunt for Solanke, because they can now activate his release clause, which is worth £65 million. Dominic Solanke is actually no stranger to Chelsea. He was previously a Blues Academy player. He trained at the Chelsea Academy from 2004 to 2014. He was loaned to Vitesse before being poached by Liverpool. At Liverpool, his fate only improved slightly. He only played 27 times in all competitions before finally being kicked out at Bournemouth. It was at Bournemouth that Solanke was able to show his best performance. He went crazy when he played in the 2021-2022 Championship Division, scoring 29 goals in 46 matches. In the 2023-2024 season, he appeared 38 times with a record of 19 goals, plus 3 assists. Antonio Conte and Jose Mourinho still want Lukaku. Lukaku's loan period at Roma officially ends on June 30th, and Chelsea is ready to listen to offers for the 31-year-old striker. According to the Gazzetta, Chelsea will not sell Lukaku for less than €43 million this summer, and despite the price tag, Conte and Mourinho remain interested in the experienced forward. Conte sees Lukaku as an ideal replacement for Victor Osimhen at Napoli, while Mou wants to bring him to Fenerbahce. However, Gazzetta warned that if neither Napoli nor Fenerbahce can meet their asking price, they will try to sell Lukaku to the Saudi Pro League club. Chelsea will now consider releasing Leslie Ugochukwu. Journalist Simon Phillips claims on his Substack that Chelsea are open to loaning Leslie Ugochukwu next season. It is understood Chelsea would even consider selling the 20-year-old midfielder if a good offer for a permanent transfer came in. However, it seems that the ideal scenario for the club is for the young Frenchman to be sent out on loan. Ugochukwu only played 15 games last season in all competitions, although he missed several months with a hamstring injury. The £23 million defensive midfielder did nothing.